In this session, you'll learn how to set up billing for your families for recurring fees, how to automate that billing, and how to collect payments from the families. So each family has a billing box, each child actually, a billing box that looks like a little money bag. This is where we will set up the individual charges that apply to the particular child who's highlighted on the screen. So right now I have Johnny Harris highlighted. I'm going to go to the money bag, the billing box for Johnny. And when I do that, I can choose who I want to bill and what contract. So in this case, this is a subsidized family, or it could be set up that way. So I have both the primary account payer, the mom, Joanna, or the agency DHS to choose from. I'm going to keep this simple for now and just set it up as though it's a private pay family. So I'm going to choose a payment cycle of weekly, but whatever cycle is appropriate for this family, and then whatever the charge description should be for this child. He's in one of our preschool programs, and it defaults to the standard amount I previously set up. I could type over that if it was different for this child. And most cases, I probably do not need a comment. So I've got this set up now for kind of a weekly recurring rate of $150 for Johnny Harris. Let's go ahead and click Save. And then I'm going to move on and assign also a billing formula to this child that I could use for things like late pickups. So I could go to Billing Formula. I'm going to assign a new formula, and I'm going to pick that the charge for late pickups would go to the parent. The description for that is probably late pickup. So I type the first few letters of that, and I can look and see that I have the appropriate description for that. And then I'll select a formula. In an earlier session, we looked at the after hours pickup formula, and then this is going to charge my default rate per minute, which is set up in the formula as $1 per minute after my closing time. I'll go ahead and click Save and Exit. So now I've got a formula that's going to calculate per minute for after hours pickup, but I also have a regular fixed weekly contracted amount for this child. Now to get to the second child on this family, I can simply use the blue arrow to move to the next child, and now I'm on the sibling Robin. So here I could set up whatever weekly contract she might have, or it could be a different cycle, it could be monthly. I can have some things weekly, some things monthly, totally up to how I want to do that, and we'll pick the appropriate description for her. She's in our school age program, and that sets her up. And then I could do the same thing, go to billing formulas. In the event that she might be picked up late, I could also add a late pickup description for her as well with the after hours pickup formula. And now this child is also set up both for a formula to catch after hours time plus their normal recurring weekly amount. Now, one other thing I might want to do to the sibling, Robin, is I may want to offer a family discount, sibling discount. So I can go to the line at the top, and we're going to add an additional line. It's also going to be weekly. And in this case, I have it under family discount. So I'm typing the letter F to bring up, or FA to bring up everything that starts with those two letters. And then the comment, this is where I can put a percentage in. So if I offer, say, 10% off for the older child, as long as I have 10% with the percentage sign in it in that comment, I can type something else like older child if I want to. But that 10% is the key thing. Once that's in the comment, that will automatically, when I tap enter a couple of times, move that to the line below. We'll click Save. And this will automatically, during the billing calculation, take 10% off the line directly above it. So it only works for the line directly above it, and you have to have a percentage sign with a number in front of it somewhere in that comment field. So now she's set up for a family discount. So let's exit. So now we've set up the money bag icon separately for each of the two children in the account. At the top of the screen, there's a overall money bag. This is the overall billing summary for this particular account. We're going to click on that, and it'll show the weekly amount of $235.50. We can click the plus sign, and we can get the detail. So that's going to be charged to Joanna, the mom, on a weekly basis. There's $150 preschool for Johnny, $95 school age for Robin, and then the family discount of 10%. You can see it's automatically calculating the $950 off for that. This contract billing summary is only calculating based on contracted recurring fees. It does not take into account any possible late pickups or formulas that might be being used. So that's the difference between those two icons. The money bag for the child is a setup what their recurring fee will be. The money bag at the top is a summary of what will be charged to this account as a whole. So next, once you've set up those billing boxes for all your accounts, you're ready to do what we call perform automated billing that will charge those fees to those families. Right now, you'll see on the left-hand side of the screen, every account has a balance of 0. Well, we're about to change that. So we're going to go to Functions, Family Accounting, and go to Automated Billing Procedures. We're going to choose Contract Billing. Contract billing is that fixed weekly, monthly type of rate. And then we want to choose all the children who are enrolled as of a particular day. So if I were, say, I wanted to bill this as of Monday, I might want to say everybody who was enrolled as of Monday. I might want that post date also to be Monday's date, or I could be doing it ahead of time for next week maybe. And then I will pick the week the cycle that I want to charge for, which is weekly. The multiplier is the number of weeks I want to charge. That's almost always going to be 1. If I put 2 in there, that would charge everybody for 2 weeks. And then I'm simply going to click Next, and it will list every account with every child who's on a weekly cycle. And then I can simply select all at the top. If I needed to, I could make individual adjustments to the amount to charge one line at a time. That's rarely necessary. And then I will simply click Post, and that will record all the charges, which are in blue, and all the credits, which are in yellow, to all the accounts. So you'll see in the background right now, the balance for everyone is still 0. Let's go ahead and post these charges. Yes, I want to continue. And you'll see I've done that. I'll exit. And now it refreshes the screen, and everybody has a balance due, including the Harris family, who indeed has the $235 charge. So we've looked at 2 parts of billing so far. We've looked at setting up the money bag, the billing box for each child. We've looked at functions and going to automated billing to charge the accounts. And then the last piece of the billing puzzle is what we call the ledger card. The ledger is this icon here on the account toolbar at the top of the screen that says ledger. You can get to that by clicking on the ledger button, or another way, a shortcut, is to double click on the balance on the left-hand side. And it will bring us up to the account ledger. This is now the history of what they actually have been charged and credited. And then to record a payment, you simply would type in a P until the payment categories come up. And if they were paying you by cash or by check, you could simply make that indication here. You could type in, say, a check number. And it will default to the full balance due. If they're paying a different amount, you'd simply type over it. Let's say they were paying $200 for some reason, and then that will, when I tab to the next line, that'll show that they will have a balance of $35.50 once I record this payment. So that is an easy way to post an individual payment, as families might make those. So we're going to go ahead and click Post, and you'll see that that family's balance has been updated now, reducing their balance by $200. So that ledger card is a place you can manually make entries, not just payments, any kind of charge, credit, or payment, and it will update their balance due. Now, there are other ways you can record payments as well. One of those is called Quick Ledger Posting. It's found under Functions, Family Accounting, and it's called Quick Ledger Posting. This is a way if you had, say, a stack of checks or a pile of payments that you needed to process fairly quickly, you can easily look them up. So let's say you had a list of families who had paid or a stack of checks. You would type in the first few letters of the family who's at the top of your list. So let's say that was the Brady family, B-R-A-D. That family comes up on my screen. I would choose the date and the type of payment. In this case, payment by check. I tab down till I get to the comment. If I want to, I could put in check number there. And I would tab over to the amount, just confirm that's the amount they actually paid, and then I could hit Post on my screen. It will post that amount to their account, and I flip to the next family who is in my list of payments. Let's say that's the Edward family. And now there, I simply tab through the screens, and I could put in their check number, or if it's a cash payment, I could change the payment type and indicate that as well. And then I will click Post, and their payment's been recorded. So you can see it's fairly quick to go through the list of accounts here and record payments quickly. Of course, the easiest way to collect tuition and fee payments is to use Procare's Tuition Express. With Tuition Express, you have many options, including the ability to process payments for many families at once and collect the money directly from parent bank accounts or credit or debit cards. And the funds are in your bank account the next business day. Other ways payments can be made through Tuition Express include one-time payments at a reception desk, paying at a computer check-in station, or making payments online through the My Procare Parent Portal available exclusively to cloud customers. And that's all you need to know to get started with billing setup for your families.